Yeah. Hustling and grinding, don't know where to go. Emerald Coast board, got the knowledge flow. Whispers in the wind, strategies unfold. Business blueprint like a pirate's code.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Tab Lab with your host, Mickey Kilburn, and myself, Neil Grosshider. We are stoked you guys are here with us today, but before we get started, a couple quick shout outs with Ryan Balmer with the Suffer Up podcast. You can find their link below. He helps us out a lot in the back end aspect of things. It's a great podcast if you guys have not listened to it. Other one is Tanya Seabrook with Seabrook Marketing. She allows us to use her studio and some of her equipment. Again, her podcast link is below. Please like and subscribe to them as well. And if you have not liked and subscribed to us, please do so. That would be awesome. It'd be wonderful. All right, but today is fun.
It is fun.
There's a lot of good stories that I know people are going to be thinking about as we're talking about this one. A lot of things we'll probably be talking about. They'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that. But this one is all about employees. Not just any employee, but the C student employee reality.
Yep.
So what happens when you hire those mediocre
And I know
employees?
every business owner out there right now is going, why are we talking about the C employees? I only hire A employees. I know you're thinking it right now.
I got all-stars only on my team, baby.
Yep. Just wait. Wait. Listen, we're not done.
No, because, man, we think about this, like, why would I ever hire a C student employee? Why would I do that? But they're actually needed.
And a lot of times you think you're hiring an A player, then they start working and you find out, wow, that resume was a little fluffy and they are great at interviews.
Yeah.
Thank you, ChatGPT.
That was wonderful.
But they're actually C employees.
Because this stuff is huge. Like, this hits businesses all the time. Because the employee workforce now is not what it used to be.
No.
Like, now, if only half the people who applied for a job show up, that's
See
good.
that all the time. All the time.
Like, to me, I don't understand that. That is not something we grew up with. If you got chosen to go to an interview, you went to the interview.
Send a thank you card.
Yeah.
I'll update myself there.
No, but that's exactly it. Though.
That's exactly right.
That's the stuff you did. And nowadays, it's like, oh, I'm going to an interview. I'm not going to go to that one. I really didn't want that job.
Yeah. Or they get hired and then they don't show up.
Correct. That's another big one. Oh, I'm here for a week. This isn't what I really wanted.
Yep.
And they leave. And that's awful for employers because it's expensive to hire people.
Indeed.
And so we only then focus on, okay, man, their resume had this, their interview was this. I know I've talked to other people, their past jobs, they're an all-star. They're an A+ student employee. I'm so excited to have them. And then what happens when that employee gets there and they're like, you know, my talents can be best used elsewhere because I'm not getting paid what I'm worth.
Yeah.
I'm not getting recognized for what I'm worth. Then what happens?
Yeah.
This stuff happens all the time, y'all.
Or you hire that person. We have this mentality as business owners that let's say, hey, you know what? I want to hire people who are just like me, that want the business to grow and act just like me, where they're focused on the business just like me. And that doesn't happen all the time.
I mean, if I'm an employee and it's 5 o'clock,
That's right.
you better believe my focus is not on work.
Yep. They do. 5 o'clock, punch the clock. I'm outie.
Yep.
Wait. Can you call this customer?
Can you do this?
I can do it tomorrow. I'll do it first thing in the morning.
And then what do we think?
Yeah.
We automatically think, well, they're not an all-star.
Yep.
They're not an A+. They're just a C. They're a B or C employee.
Yeah.
They don't have the same drive I do.
Yeah. Exactly. But the good news is you don't have to have all A people.
No, not at all.
You don't need all the A students.
Not at all.
And honestly, you don't want them all because you'll be amazed at some of the C students that can do ridiculous things for you.
Correct. It is a huge thing because we see that. We see every employee that we hire and we're like, okay, we got them here. We can build them up to get to this level. And we get real excited about it because we see how they can benefit the company, how we can benefit them, what we think is benefiting them, getting them all the way up to where now they're second in command or high level manager or something, right? We see that, we get excited about it. There's actually this principle that's out there. Here we go. I know.
Talk to me, Grease.
If you don't understand that reference, please look at the last podcast because that was awesome. So it's called the Peters Principle. Basically, it says the whole gist of it is a great technician does not equal a great manager.
Oh,
Simply all it says.
you know, that one. How many of you out there hired that person? They said in the interview and amazed you, and you just said in your mind when they walked out, that's my number 2.
Yep.
Wow. What was that called again?
The Peter Principle. Yep.
That's fantastic.
It is, because it's one of those things where we see that and we see it like they're working hard. They're an amazing tech. They're amazing at their job. We're like, they're management material.
Mm-hmm.
We put them in that position. Now all of a sudden they fail. They fail hard.
Yep.
Because maybe they're really good at the job and not the managerial aspect of things. But we have this expectation of them because of their job performance. So we think we hired this all-star that can run the company for us, but we really hired a B player who's really excellent at the job. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. We just as entrepreneurs have to understand that these A players that we think are A players at their current role does not mean they're going to be an A player at every role.
Yep. And this is, so I'm going to say this, and this is going to ruffle some feathers because you see it all the time.
He's mean. I'm telling y'all.
I know, but this is the truth. And if you don't believe me, listen to what I said again, and then maybe you'll believe me the second time. But I see all the time in schools, colleges, and other places, be a leader. Be a leader. Not everybody's a leader. You may think you can be a leader and you can read all the books and you can be a leader, but that doesn't mean that you are the leader.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Being a leader, there's something about that. It's not just what you read in books. It's something inside of you that has that desire to bring people to a different level. And if you aren't thinking about your people and bringing them to a different level, then you're a manager.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
I mean, that hits hard, but
it's the truth.
That is true.
And it's not, there's nothing wrong with being a manager. There's just not.
Not at all.
We need managers who are going to get in there and make sure that people are following processes and procedures and doing their job.
Correct.
But that doesn't make them leaders.
No.
Leaders are something that is, look at that thought. There
no,
he goes.
I was going to follow up on that aspect of there's that huge controversy between managers versus leaders, 100%. Which is exactly what you're hitting on.
100%.
I love it.
100%. And you can learn to be a leader and you can be a leader, but that doesn't make you exceptional leaders.
Correct.
There are people that have that innate, it's in their DNA. They are amazing leaders and you know them.
Yeah.
Those are the people that you meet them and you'll follow them into a fire. You'll follow them into a gunfight.
Correct.
You will do anything. They just motivate you that way.
Yeah.
Those are leaders. So when you have somebody who is an A person and you think, those are people are going to be a great leader. No, some people are just technicians and there's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
There's nothing wrong with just doing your job and being elevated. They could be team leads. They can, you can actually stair step them into tech 1, tech 2, tech 3 and do that and to reward them. But that doesn't mean that they're a leader. Back to what you were saying about you think that they're going to be the next number 2.
Correct. I mean, you can't go into every single hire thinking this is going to be the next leader. This is the leader I need. You need to hire for that position.
Yes.
That you're hiring for. Now, if that person shows that they are that leader, like if they show it in the interviews, they show it in their work ethic, and they're there for a year or 2 years, and you're like, man, no, this person they're my A player. I hired them for a C position.
Yep.
But they're an A player, then really start with that training, with that help to get them where they need to be the leader for them. But if you hired them for a C position, don't force them into that arena because they'll fail.
Yeah, exactly. And okay, you can say it because I'm getting ready to nerd out.
There we go.
This is where DISC is critical in your hiring
Here
process.
we go.
Because
Here we go.
you don't want to hire yourself. And that's
True.
where a lot of entrepreneurs go wrong. It's
Mhm.
like, I want to hire myself. And they hire somebody that's exactly their DISC profile.
Yeah.
Exactly. But does that position require your DISC profile?
Most of the time, no.
Would you hire a super high C and S to be a salesperson?
Absolutely not. If you
You're
don't know what that means, absolutely not. They're not people.
No, they are facts people, they're numbers people, they're process and procedures people.
Mhm.
Those are your engineerings,
They're-
the people that make the ship run.
They're the people that hold
See
the
what I did there?
foundation up. I
You
love
see that? You
that
see
Navy
it?
reference.
There it
I
is.
mean, I was gonna say keep the airplane in the air, but whatever.
So those are the people that do that. But your I's and your D's, phenomenal salespeople.
Yeah.
But if you're not a high I or D, you may not want to hire that person. But you hire for the position
Mm-hmm.
and not hire for who you want to be just like you.
Correct.
Because that's not what you want.
It can't be. It literally cannot be.
Okay, done with the nerdness.
I'm not.
I know you're not. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
sorry.
It's so fun because we're going to go back to hiring for the position.
Yes,
So,
let's do that.
and last podcast, I used the McDonald's situation because we talked about SOPs for a little bit. Well, it's kind of like our solution was SOPs. And talking about this, when people hire for a McDonald's, a fast food type employee, are they hiring for the next leader of that store?
That's great. Yeah.
Or are they hiring a line cook?
Mm-hmm.
Are they hiring a high school student who's just trying to make a buck to just follow their SOPs?
Yeah.
So we get the same hamburger everywhere we go. But like Ray Kroc did it so well that he took this multi-million-dollar like organization and it's run by C students,
Mm-hmm.
literally run by C players. But the SOPs are so well done that it operates in the same place. Just like Mickey said, it doesn't matter where I go, I'm still getting the same quarter pounder. It's going to taste the same. It's going to look the same. It's going to be the same.
Yep.
And people who hire from like McDonald's, nothing against fast food workers, period.
No,
Because I eat fast food way more than I should because it's delicious.
we need them.
We need them. But the SOPs are there to say, hey, we know you're not this all-star. We know you're not going to go out there and develop the next best thing in the world. But we need you to do this because we rely on you. And so millions and millions of people rely on you.
Mm-hmm.
Follow this SOP and you're good to go. And guess what? They do a phenomenal job at it. Phenomenal job at following those SOPs.
Yeah. And you never know. You hire somebody for that C job,
Mm-hmm.
and you might find an A player.
Mm.
You may find that that person you hired to flip burgers ends up being your next number 2.
That is a valid point.
100%.
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
But I think there's a misconception when it comes to that, thinking that, hey, we're going to get all these A players on my team. If you built a business solely consistent on A players, you've developed a trap for your business because you won't be able to provide those A players with what they're worth all the time. Your business will become a revolving door of employees if you're constantly trying to build this business off of A players.
Yeah.
Now, we all want that. I mean, I think I did a pretty good job so far.
I think you did phenomenal.
I don't know if he caught that. It took him a little while to register that.
I'm not used to compliments.
That's the old man kind of creeping in there.
I'm not used to compliments. That's what it is.
That's what
I'm used to beat downs. You
It's-
did this bad.
I got to keep him in his place.
Yeah.
Got to keep him in his place.
Yeah.
But if we did that, we are literally saying like, hey, you're an all-star. I'm only going to pay you this because it's all I can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only going to give
Yeah.
you these benefits because it's all I can. And now my entire staff are all-stars. But I'm going to severely underpay you. But we all have the same mission, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, we got the same mission, bro, but they're going to pay me double over there.
Yep.
Same mission, though. like crap. Now I've just created this
You did, yeah.
for myself. And it's something that entrepreneurs fall into, this trap, all the time. We see it all the time, don't we?
Sure do. And when you hire those people, those all A players who demand a higher salary, let's face it, they demand a higher salary because they're in demand.
Yep.
What do you have to do as a business owner to compensate for that? I'm going to have to either decrease my margins or increase my margins.
Correct.
To be able to handle that.
Yep.
So now you could damage your business. I know that sounds weird to say, by having all A players.
Good.
We all want that person that we feel like is our number two, that they love the business as much as we do.
Yes.
And they don't.
No.
And we hire them with that mindset of it. And they're going to tell you they are, but that doesn't mean they are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guarantee you, even those A players, when they go home at night, they're not thinking about how to make those SOPs better. They're certainly not thinking about how they're going to make payroll.
No.
They're not thinking that way. They're thinking, oh my gosh, man, the rookie's on. Let me turn that on.
Let me try that. Let's do this.
I'm going to read this book. That's what they're doing.
So what you're telling me is they're going to disconnect.
They are.
From the role and go home and live their life.
Yep.
Whereas the entrepreneur,
we don't.
Is not.
We don't. And that can become crazy because now this person you thought was your key person, that they're the ones that's going to be me.
Awesome.
I'm going to go on vacations now every quarter, take my cruise, my all-inclusives, all this fun stuff, right? They think these things now, you think these things, and you realize that they're not that person. Now what happens is now your mindset changes about that person, right? And then there's a little bit of bitterness that could creep in. You can start to think, oh my gosh, that's not that person. And then you can start seeing faults. And you can be like, you know what? Don't worry about that. I'll do it. I'll do that for you. Don't worry about it. So, when you get in this position, this is where, as an entrepreneur, you can take two roads here. You can A, become bitter and say, you know what? Fine, buddy. No more raises for you. No more extra days off. You can do all that bitterness.
Yeah.
Or this is an opportunity for you to be a better leader.
That hits pretty hard. So, because how I took that, how I understood that is, if you're bitter about this employee,
because they're supposed to be everything. And all of a sudden they're not, and you're seeing these things, and now all of a sudden we're noticing, we're nitpicking. We're hurt. It's almost like every time they do anything, at this point, we're just trying to find a way to nitpick them. Yeah. To figure out another fault that they have, instead of shutting it off and saying, okay, that's what they did. How can I help them? How can I show them a better path? How can I help them become the leader that I want them to be? Exactly. And this is one of those things that's easy to do, that, like you said, and then you start finding, every time they do something, then you start finding fault in it. But this goes back to, we've talked about this before, and when I've had coaching people, I've talked about this. When you hire somebody, you should know what motivates them. Yeah. We've had these conversations before, like, you have to. Neil knows my motivation is your family. Is my family. 100%. Yep. And this is the leader that Neil is. So don't get all excited that I'm complimenting you.
I got a compliment from Mickey. This doesn't happen often. I'm really glad this is recorded.
This is the only one you get today.
Here we go.
But we were at a networking event, and it was my son's birthday. And every year on my son's birthday, what do?
You go golfing.
We go golfing together. That is a standing appointment for my son and I. Every year we go on his birthday. And now we've changed that to, now on my birthday we go too. Yeah. So we're going, that way we go twice a year. So at this networking event, there was a person that wasn't engaging. And Neil asked me, he goes, Mickey, go talk to that guy. 97 on my eye. So what did Mickey do? No problem. Yeah. And I go start talking to him. Well, as an I can start talking and not stop.
It's a true thing.
It is. And I lose track of time. And after a while, Neil comes over, interrupts me, and I'm thinking, why are you interrupting me, bro?
It was a nice interruption. I didn't just stop them.
It was kind of come over. He kind of touched my shoulder and said, hey, Mickey, how's it going? And I was like, oh, I'm talking to so-and-so. And I kind of introduced them. And Neil goes, hey, by the way, you got 5 minutes and you need to get out of here.
Mhm.
Now, how many entrepreneurs would do that?
Yeah.
Not a lot. But Neil knew my motivation was my family, and he makes sure
Mhm.
that I don't infringe on that, that maximizes my time with my family.
Yep.
What does that do for me? What does that do? That motivates me beyond belief
Mhm.
to be the best person I can for Neil. Does that mean that I'm invested in the business like Neil is? Well, of course I am, because Neil and I are a different breed. But a normal employee, now that employee wants to do better, because now you're focused on me and my interests.
Yeah, they care.
They
I mean,
do.
it's
Yeah.
a true care thing. Like, I care about Mickey. I care about his family deeply.
Mhm.
That time is important.
Yeah.
He doesn't get that time back.
No.
For me, it makes it easy for me because that's my care as well.
Yes.
And Mickey knows that.
Yep.
So doing that kind of stuff, like knowing what your employees need, knowing their motivations, if you just keep that in the back of the old brain noggin and you help them achieve it,
Yeah.
that's leadership. That is truly saying,
Yes.
leave, go do that. That is what you care about. It's what you need. I mean, Mickey is an all-star. Did you hear that? I said it on camera. Uh-huh. But even if he wasn't, I would do the same thing because it's what helps motivate him. That's what keeps him coming back to us, to Tab. So that's the things that we have to do as leaders.
Mm-hmm. And don't fall into the trap, because what do most people, as business owners, managers especially,
Mm-hmm.
what do they think motivates their employees? What do they always think it is?
Money.
Money.
It's money.
Money's nice. Sure, I would love Neil to give me more money, but I would rather Neil say, hey, Mickey, take tomorrow off. Go have some fun with your family,
Mm-hmm.
versus get a quarter an hour raise or $1 an hour raise, whatever the rates are. I would rather get days off.
2/3 of the people in the workforce now, they're not driven by money.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're driven by other incentives.
Tacos.
Tacos, bourbon,
Whatever.
time off.
Yeah. And I
Work
mean,
from home.
that's one of those things that by Neil knowing those things that he can do to motivate me to be, I might be a C player, but now I might be a B player because Neil's taking interest in me. And then next year, when that time rolls around and I'm getting ready to do my thing,
Sure.
and Neil comes over and hands me a $125 gift certificate for the golf course of my choice
Now
as a
he's-
bonus because of something I did. Maybe I
Yeah.
pulled in a big client or something. How much more motivated am I now
Exactly.
to do even better for Neil, because you know my motivator,
Mhm.
you hit that motivator, and now you are elevating me as a person.
Mhm.
And this is really gonna get Neil
I
going.
love this.
But this is where when you invest in your employees and you help them develop, like Neil sent me to the Dale Carnegie course.
Yep.
He knew that, hey, I need to pour into Mickey. And Neil, I'm gonna let you go on this because Neil is huge on personal development.
So Mickey actually didn't have a choice to go. I asked him which dates he wanted to go to, and he said, I don't really want to go. And I said, well, that's great. You have to.
That's not true, Katie. I was ready to come.
He was like, I don't know if these dates work. And I was like, that's cool, man. Pick one because you're going to one of them.
It's amazing, by the way. Amazing.
Yeah, because the Dale Carnegie aspect, professional development, personal development, you have to do that stuff.
Yes.
But it kind of goes into this one nerdy thing I'm going to talk about, the Golem Effect. So the Golem Effect is essentially if the entrepreneur, if the leader has low expectations, the employee will reach those expectations. So if you are saying this person's a C player in your head, in your thoughts, in your actions, guess what that person's going to do?
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't do any sort of professional development or personal development or trying to lead them somewhere else, we are showing them that's where they have to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that's just how we think of them. So that's now how they think of themselves. And then what does it do to their mental health?
Yeah. That's good. If you treat me like a C player, I'm going to act like a C player. That's good stuff.
Yeah. And if we don't invest into them to try to better them, say, hey, you may be a C player. I'm going to treat you like an A player, though, because I'm going to give you all these things. I'm going to try to help you. And yeah, there's a lot of things you can do that aren't very expensive. Like YouTube University, it's free. Find something there that can help them
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
show it to them and guide them through it. Now all of a sudden, you're investing your time into them. And a lot of times that is some of the most impactful leadership you can actually do,
Yeah.
is just by doing that.
It's a small investment
Mm-hmm.
on your part as an owner, but
That's
the impacts
huge.
can be huge.
Yep.
It can be really huge. And not to mention, take that all aside, the morale aspect of it and building those people up.
Yeah.
What they learn in those things are now going to
Can be
impact your business
100%.
because they're engaging those. Like I do that with
100%.
Dale Carnegie.
Yep.
When I talk to people and I'm solving problems and I'm coaching people, those techniques and principles that they
Yep.
teach you is now part of me.
They are. There's so much to that. And I know we're talking a lot about, like, the whole title of this is the C, student employee reality. And we're talking a lot about how to build those people up to an A player, but they don't have to be this all-star.
Mm-mm.
They don't have to be. Like, you can use the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule for this.
Yep.
You can have your all-star who's the innovative, the creative, the one that, you know, people rely on. That's great. And they are the vital few.
Mm-hmm.
But what's actually building the ship? What's actually keeping the airplane in the air? It's the useful many.
Yep.
So if you're not investing in the useful many, like you are the vital few,
Yeah.
you're losing a lot, because that's 80% of your business.
Yeah. 100%.
Right there.
Yeah. 80% is 100%.
80% is 100%.
Yeah. 100% right, buddy.
Thinking
That's
Anchorman
good.
quotes at this point. But but it really goes to that fact, the A players, they need the B and C players.
Yep.
If the A players are going to give you the value that they offer, they rely on the B and C players to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Absolutely.
you don't have them, you don't have a business that's going to run effectively.
Right. And you know, you talk about these C players and you talked about where you start looking at them. What was the cool principle in that? Where you start thinking of them as that C players, you're treating them like a C player.
Yes, that is the Golem Effect.
Yes. So when you start looking at them in that light, if you are a good leader,
Mm-hmm.
you should look at that as, why is this person not doing this? And not blaming them, but you should be looking at yourself and you should say, what can I do
Oh, man.
to make them a better person? Because if you are a real leader, you take that on yourself and say, okay, they're not performing to the level that I want them to. Is there a reason why? Have I equipped them? What do I need to do
Mm-hmm.
to make them better? Because
Yeah.
if you automatically blame them, they're always a problem. And when you have this employee
Then it's-
churn going on, you think you got an employee problem, you actually have a leadership problem.
That's hard.
It is.
You want to say that again? Because I want everybody out there to really let this part sink in. Because we're not even to old man wisdom
We
yet.
were not.
That's some
It was
gold. That is some gold.
Yeah. You may think you have an employee problem, but you have a leadership problem.
Where does the leadership problem stem from?
Oh, lots of things.
Mm.
It's your own problem.
Right there.
You have to look at that inward. And that's how you should always view things. Did I give them the tools?
Yeah. That's a hard look in the mirror, man.
It is.
Like, that is a big thing. Like, a big takeaway from this, looking in the mirror at yourself. Am I the leader my employees deserve?
Oh, that's gold. Look, I think you just got some more
I
gray.
get some more gray.
I think you
mean,
got
I don't
some
know if I have
more.
much room for it, but
That was good.
it's
That was really
important.
good.
Like, I mean, if we don't, like, going off what you said, we're not giving our employees what they need, what they deserve.
Yeah.
And it may not be that employee problem.
No.
There's a good chance it's not an employee problem.
Yeah.
And it's a true leadership.
Yeah. And that's a hard look, because is it you or is it your process? Because maybe it's your process that's broken, that's making them, they're not doing what you want them to do because the process is broken and you didn't tell them to do it.
Yeah.
How can your C players or even your A players do what they want to do if you haven't lined that out in your
man,
SOPs?
SOPs.
I knew he would get excited.
They don't even know. Like, all the listeners out there, you guys have no idea how excited I get with SOPs.
He does, guys. He does. This is not just for the camera. He does.
I love them. But SOPs are so vital.
They are.
And they can truly help that employee
Mm-hmm.
who, if we think of them as a C player, and they always act like a C player, and we give them SOPs that are for a C player, we're not lifting them up. We are not helping them, period, dot.
Mm-hmm.
We've given them terrible, terrible information to work from.
Yeah.
But if our SOPs are for an A player and we have a C player, guess what that C player starts doing?
Mm-hmm.
They start performing better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, I love me some SOPs.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys should have seen Mickey at the beginning.
Yeah. SOPs saved me.
Not true. That is not true. But they're helpful.
They are very
Yeah.
important.
So what old man wisdom you got for us today? Because you laid down some good ones already.
So I think, first off, that having employees that work 9 to 5 and go home and unplug, there's nothing wrong with it.
No.
It'll make your business go. But do your employees know what your definition of success is? Because if they don't know your definition of success, they can never, ever live up to it.
Wow. That's a lot deeper than I think people may understand.
Yeah.
Like, you want to say that again?
Sure. If they don't know your definition of success, they can never live up to it. If they have KPIs or don't have KPIs,
Well, that's a fun thing.
or things that they know that they're supposed to do because you haven't told them, hey, this is what makes you successful at your job, how can they ever live up to that?
They can't.
Mm-mm.
And if they don't know what they're working towards, they'll
Right.
never reach it
Yeah. Boss, I can never make you happy.
because they don't know what your success means.
That's exactly right.
They don't know the true reason they're even there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that is hard. Like, for all those out there listening to this old man wisdom just now, rewind that, go back to it, and take a deep look. Like, truly take a deep look.
Yeah.
Who of your employees truly knows why you do what you do, why you started your
Mhm.
business?
That's
'Cause
good there too.
If they don't know why you even started this business, they don't know the why. They don't know your definition of success. And then what are they working towards? They're literally working for a paycheck.
Yeah.
They will stay in the Golem Effect. They will stay that C player because that's what you think of them as. And that's what they see themselves as.
Yep.
But if they know your why, your vision, your definition of success, and if it's the same as yours, theirs is the same, think about that and how you can develop that person going forward. Man, that was good. That was deep.
It was a little deep.
Man,
But
that's like an onion. Just start peeling back that layer.
It is, yeah.
Man, we could have a whole podcast just on that.
Yeah, but it's something for you to think about as a leader, as a business owner. Is everybody on the same ship? Are we all going the same place? Imagine if everybody is rowing a different way. There's no success, right?
You might as well just be tied to the dock.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Or in the Air Force.
I mean, rolling around in chairs.
Carpal tunnel. Oh, carpal
Oh,
tunnel.
God. It's a real thing, Mickey. It's a real thing.
Yep.
That was some deep old man wisdom. So hopefully you guys took some stuff from that, because that right there is, I think that is one of the most impactful things we've said during this entire podcast. Take a look in the mirror at that.
Mhm.
If they don't know your definition of success, if they don't even know why they're even there, more than a paycheck, it's time to reevaluate.
Yeah.
It's time to actually start having those leadership talks that we've been talking about this whole time. Because if you can get everybody in the same boat, rowing the same direction, not tied to a dock, imagine where you could go.
Yep.
Because right now you're flailing.
Imagine the places we will go.
Weird.
Talk Seuss wisdom.
That is Dr. Seuss wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
That is, yes.
Look out. I'm all over today.
Man, he is. You guys better watch it. He's gonna start taking over all this good stuff, and I'm just gonna sit in the background drinking my coffee.
No, I don't have the nerd stuff like you do. That's what completes it.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah,
That's
it's good stuff.
I like nerds. They're pretty cool.
I like it. You bring some great stuff.
Yeah, you know.
There you go. That's
This is all a compliment, man.
That's 2 compliments at least that I've given you today. Oh man, I gotta stop.
I'm loving those. This is awesome. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for listening and tuning in to the Tab Lab. If you guys have not liked or subscribed, please do so now so you guys get the next episode that comes out.
Yes, and I'm gonna throw in that if you have topics that you want us to talk about,
Valid.
reach out to us. We would love to talk about things that you guys have in your lives because that's the thing about entrepreneurship. We all experience very similar things, but sometimes there's things that we don't always talk about because they're painful. And if you want to talk, we'll talk.
Let's do it.
Let us know.
Yeah, comment, send us an email. However you want to do it, reach out, let us know, and we'll make it happen. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hustling and grinding, don't know where to go. And my coast board got the knowledge flow. Whispers in the wind, strategies unfold. Business blueprint like a pirate's code.